Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Us Being You. This is episode number 8. We appreciate y'all tuning in. If you haven't tuned in before and this is your first time, we really appreciate it. Give us a shot. We post some reels sometimes too on TikTok, Instagram, and all that good stuff. So we really appreciate it. To be honest, I'll start this one off. Speaking of our reels and our TikToks, it's weird. Like now that obviously we don't have that many views as people can see, or if anyone is seeing this, but it's strange, like with our opinion out there, or our voice out there. Sometimes I don't know why, especially today. I was editing some clips and stuff, and to be completely honest, I was a little nervous. I was like tripping out about things and making sure things are cool, make sure things are not. And I don't know if if you feel that same way. And I'm
Uh, I
curious why about and when I'm specifically talking
I
about
can
is do
tell
you
you why.
care? Do you care? Go ahead.
Yeah, because you start caring more. You like what you're doing, or I would say you love what you're doing, so you got to
Right.
give it your best. And it's just like you go and showing up to work, and you really care about your business. So you're always nervous every day you open a door. How much money I'm gonna make? How much? It's not about money here, but you know what I'm saying. Like how I'm gonna serve my customers. How I'm gonna
It
make
it
my
it,
customers
it
happy. You always have that worried in you. And now you start getting worried a little bit. You see like we're getting a couple likes here and there, a couple
that's
views
true.
here and
That's
there.
true.
Yeah, so you'd be like, oh man, well, yeah, wow. So this is
Like
actually that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing at all.
maybe it is, maybe you're right. I think like I kind
Trust
of
me,
get
it
in my own
is.
head, I would say. I was like overthinking certain things or like certain clips or whatever. And then, but at the same time, would you say it's good to have that like fuck it mindset? Like not only in this thing, but in life in general.
They say that you live longer if you do, if you have the
Like
mind, the fuck
you go
mindset.
with the go with the flow mindset, just
Yeah,
whatever
it's
it
like
is
you
what
don't
it is.
care anything you see. Yeah, honestly, you can't have that at all time. If you're a responsible man, somehow like, okay, I do get mad sometimes.
Right.
Okay. And I after I do get mad, so I'll be like, okay, I'm not gonna fucking worry about it. Like, okay, like today, right? It kills me when I walk to the kitchen and the light is on. Yeah, I'm not cheap.
Efe, you're such a
Okay,
fucking
don't take me
dad,
wrong,
bro.
guys.
Such a dad.
I'm not fucking cheap. But why the fucking light is on? And what kills me the most
Uh-huh.
when we go to the hotel, my kids, every time they leave the room, they shut down the light. I'm like, you don't even do this at the house. Like, this is crazy. What I'm saying, a lot of things can get under my skin. It's not about money, right? And my son goes like he was washing his or putting his orange juice, whatever, right? He was like, it's only a cent a day, Dad. Like, why do you care? It's like I said, well, somebody's smoking cigar, making fun of us, like they're just making money
Yeah.
while we can just shut it off. If and he timed it, whatever he did, all his math is like $3 a year.
Uh-huh.
It's nothing. And I'm like,
Which I
you
would
don't
say, see,
make
like
money
in
yet.
these circumstances, see, like if you, I feel you have to, okay, it falls back to the idea of okay, if you can follow the smaller things, the larger things will happen for you. So the
Exactly.
habit
He
of being
won't get that. He
consistent.
won't understand that.
Yeah. I didn't get that either, I'll be honest. When I was his age, like when
He
I was younger
won't.
and shit. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like it's about consistency and it goes back to being if you can handle these smaller things, these smaller responsibilities, you're gonna build a structure where and a foundation where you're able to handle larger responsibilities, larger problems, larger headaches.
Definitely. And
But if you're
it
always
does
throwing shit
matter
behind
on
your
in a
back,
lot of things.
yeah, I
In a
feel
lot of
you.
things.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
you
you
were
on
at the
that.
gas station a year ago and he tossed the paper and he didn't make it. So he just whatever. He stood. I was like, why don't you pick it up? Oh, it's just a gas station. I'm like,
The
no,
fuck? Yeah.
pick it up.
Yeah.
Pick it up. Just be you. I mean, always is because it's a gas station, you don't give a fuck about it. So at home you do it and here you don't do it. No, just do it at all time.
Yeah.
And this is the mentality that I have. I'm walking even on the street, like in my neighbor. I see something on the road, like in the middle of the road. I just pick it up and I
Well,
keep holding it till I get to the house and I trash it, not like outside the
fair,
trash
fair.
can.
I mean, I agree with you. I
Even
think,
it's like half a mile away from
yeah,
my house. I still do it.
Yeah, why
You
not?
know,
Now, here's my thing though. Would you say that this is because there's a gap in the generation? So, for example, you guys grew up in a more strict, I would say, household, or more hey, like like you guys gotta be more conservative. You're not the most wealthy. So now a lot of kids are growing up in an atmosphere where thing like their parents are just so lenient on things, everything's just okay, like no problem, don't worry. They don't understand what struggle is like. They don't understand what it feels like to barely
it
have enough
does
food for
matter.
the night.
It does matter a lot. Like growing up in a house, in childhood, the atmosphere in the house, it does matter to you a lot. Like we were watching some some episodes, and one dude, he had cancer.
Like
He's
a
like
soap opera.
55 years old. Yeah.
Okay.
Then he just decided just to be away from everyone, right? Finally, his mom found where he lives, so she went to him.
Yeah.
He's like, now you give a fuck about me? What happened 40 years ago?
When
You
I was
never
a kid,
cared.
yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, so this shit matters, bro. And
Yeah.
honestly, like like you and I talk, right? And you keep telling me, you know, people can probably know. Like I don't ask you a lot of questions, right? Because I mean, I want to, I
Uh-huh.
really want to, but it's always something holds me back because I grew up in the atmosphere. Like, don't fucking ask. Like, I wasn't allowed to give an opinion. I wasn't allowed to share my
That's
opinion. And
wild.
this shit
Yeah.
matters. This shit, it's in me.
So do
It's
you think
in
it
me.
so you would agree that it had a long-term effect on you?
100%.
Wow.
Yes, yes. You can get out of it. It's not like, oh my God, I'm fucked the rest of my life and
Yeah, for
just
sure,
lay
but it
back and
definitely
keep
makes it
drinking.
harder.
Yeah, yeah, but you can win. You can win. You can win anything. Anything.
Eh,
You can win this fight if you really want to.
yeah,
You can win any fight.
that's true.
Any fight.
And
So yeah, so just do your job and you can win any fight, no matter
so
what.
this is interesting because I'm the complete opposite. I love to ask questions. If there's anyone that I meet, no matter what they're doing, whether they're the richest man in the world or the poorest or whatever, it's not just about money. It could be just about character, whatever they are, whatever, however they. I always have this idea that there's always something to be learned from someone. Don't think that you're smarter than anyone. There's always going to be someone out there that knows more than you, that understands something about
Yes,
life or
yes,
something about our existence
yes.
better than you. And in my mind, that makes him smarter or her smarter in that field. So it's weird to see that because for me, asking questions is like such an extreme norm. As a matter of fact, I think people enjoy sometimes being questioned, especially when you question them about their lives.
Some, some.
Where how where like they get an enjoyment telling you their story, telling you how they got where they got, and they enjoy telling you something and educating you on something. Which in a way, I would argue even we kind of have that. If we can get someone to hear something here and learn something from it, grab something from it, that would be fucking amazing. I think
Yeah,
to be able to do
yeah.
something like that
Yeah, let me go back. Some people, no matter what you do, they're just built in inside. They're shy. So
by
maybe
nature.
I don't want to blame the whole thing on the atmosphere that was in my house when I was growing up.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm a shy person too. Like so maybe that does affect, you
for
know,
sure.
yeah,
But wouldn't you say that a majority falls back to the environment
oh
that you're
yes.
in?
Oh
And I don't
yes.
think this was just a your family thing. A lot of the older
Oh yeah, this is
generation, a
every
lot of
family.
the
I was
older
just talking
gener
about myself,
no, correct.
but that's pretty much every family. Yeah.
What I mean is like a lot of the older generation, things were a lot more strict. Things were a lot more like everyone's like on their
Very,
shit. Like
very,
no one fucks around. Like dad's home, mom's like there's rules and shit. Now it's more like loose, I feel, the relationship of a
very,
parent and a child.
very.
And we see now like parents I feel are trying to be more of their kids' homies, more of their friends. And I think it's a good thing as long as it's balanced and within the understanding that hey, like this is still your parent, this is still the person that you know you got to respect and learn from. Um Now this is a huge shift in society that I think happened as like parents got lazier as we've said before and
And you know what's one of the major thing also?
sure, go ahead, I'm all ears.
Too many options.
That's an
Too
interesting
many
take. What
options.
do you mean by that?
Okay, you want to buy a gaming keyboard, right?
Yeah.
So you buy one. Then You play, no, you go online. Oh, ship me another one. Ship this back. Ship me another one. Ship
Yeah.
this one back.
The freedom to
It
have
takes you
access to everything that we have.
five tries to decide which one you want. I mean that, but if
How
you only have one option, trust
yeah,
me, you'll be happy with
you
it.
learn to accept it. This is interesting because I want to discuss a little bit of like third world countries maybe because we visited a third world country and our country where we come from is in a sense a third world country. So like in the Middle East, a lot of times people just deal with things. They have no choice. For instance, they don't have water all the time. They don't have hot water every day, so they got no choice. They can't take a fucking shower all the time. Well, rather like with us living in America, I can take a hot, fresh shower every fucking night. So I do. So I do. But if I know that option is not present for me, I know without a doubt, it's like, well, fuck it, I can't shower, I gotta sleep. And you know, this is interesting because I'll speak on myself about this. I'm kind of a germaphobe, right? I like to fucking disinfect everything. I'm very nitpicky about shit and stuff. Not in terms of like cleanliness. I mean, obviously, like I'm not saying I'm a dirty bitch, but you know what I mean. I mean that I like to wipe things down all the time. If I go out of the house, I feel like I gotta shower no matter what. But when I go down to the Middle East, that dies because I know I got no option. I just can't fucking. I got to deal with what's present to me, and maybe so that does make sense to me that when you do have multiple options, you have more freedom also.
Yeah.
But at the same time, wouldn't you say that limiting your options is a bad thing? Because some of these people, like I said, they don't have hot water, they don't have electricity all the time, they don't have the freedom to do what they want when they
But
please.
in the end of the day, they deal with it.
That's true.
In the
That's
end of the
true.
day, they're just happy. I mean, they're not too happy, but hey, they deal with it.
You know, I've noticed
Day
there
goes on and years goes on, century goes on, and generation after generation, they're dealing with it. They're not dying because of it. It
that is
just we
true.
have too many options.
We're too
And
in America, I would say we're
spoil.
too yes. And I think also a lot of Americans don't understand what other
No, they
countries
don't.
are like. They don't
No, they
understand the
don't.
privilege you have, just a simple privilege of being able to flick a switch and turn on the electricity in your house. It's wild. And we speak on the Middle East because we're from there and we've been there, but I know for a fact other countries are just as bad. There's many
Yeah,
multiple other
yeah,
countries
yeah.
where the situation.
Africa, China,
Yeah, for
some
sure.
part of China's. Yeah, yeah,
For sure.
a
I mean,
lot.
wherever you're gonna go, but without a doubt, and of course, there's poverty in America. But I think the big difference with America is that, like, I believe this is that if you're poor in America, it's kind of on you. Like, if you're poor, like you, because why? Why do I say this? Especially in today's time, because we live in a world now, especially where there's such an ease. Like, you can access so much shit and these, like you said, you mentioned these opportunities that we have, these options that we have, it gives you so much room to kind of maneuver through your life with ease.
But all it depends if you really want to do it or not.
Yeah, I
And a
agree with you on
lot of them
this.
don't want to do it.
Yep, yep, 100%.
So what the heck? Why did he stop it?
Well, I don't know. We had I guess a technical difficulty. Anyway, we're back. What were we saying about people don't want to
Talking about people laying down and just lazy. They
being
have no
lazy?
dream to chase at all.
Yeah,
Hey, I want to change the subject a little bit. Speaking of hot shower, so
yeah.
you shower with hot water every day?
I mean, to be honest, yeah. Why?
Okay, I'll give you piece of
Efe, you
advice.
you and your fucking in these weird things that you tell me all the
It's
time.
healthy shit.
Okay,
Don't
let's
do
go
this.
ahead.
I wish I knew this when I was younger.
Okay,
I
I'm
would
all
have
ears.
better skin. I'm not trying to look pretty, dude. I'm not trying to look like
I
all
don't know.
beautiful and shit. I don't give a fuck about that. No, I don't give a fuck about that. All I'm saying that it's just being healthy. It's
Yeah,
better. So I don't have
I
to fucking
agree.
go see doctors and take pills when I'm 50. One time you asked me like, you never know. Maybe you do. Well, if I do, I do. But I did my part at
At least
least.
that's
Instead,
true.
just me laying down and I have a big fucking ass belly and I can't even see my dick when I'm taking a pee. That's a problem. That's a big ass problem. But now I see it. Trust me, it's
Yeah,
good.
no, no,
Anyway,
I know.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, so this is what you do, and my son and I are doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, you get in the shower, you open hot water, and I'll explain why for
Okay.
like not even 30 seconds.
Okay.
Then you switch it to cold, like super cold right away.
Super cool. Fuck that,
Yes,
FA.
yeah. Why? It's just listen. When you know why, then probably you'll do it.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Okay, when you open hot water, okay, your blood moves and
Fair.
gets under your skin, so it
And
can protect your skin
uh-huh.
of overburning or
Right.
overheated,
Overheating. Okay.
overheated. So when you switch to cold right away, your blood runs to your kidneys and hides in your kidneys. Okay.
Okay.
See, that's why when it's cold outside, you see your nose is like
And
red
your
and you don't
fingertips,
feel it anymore.
yeah,
Your
and
fingers,
are
because there
all
is
you
no
can't feel.
blood.
There's no blood flow, right?
Blood, because if your kidney freezes, you're done, you're dead.
So it's got to keep
So
the
in that
kidneys warm, right?
situation, what you did in that situation, you made a big ass cycle in your system. So your blood is fresh, like you're
Mm-hmm.
healthy as hell. This is one. This is not the whole thing, also. Two, when you use hot water, all the dots on your skin, what they're called, they
The
open up,
moles or
right?
freckles or what
No, no,
dots are you
no.
talking
The
about?
the skin, you know
Oh,
how
your pores. Yeah, my
your
fault. Yeah,
skin,
your pores.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they open up. It's hot, right?
From the
You
hot water,
open up.
right? Right.
So you put all that cancer on you. You put all that cancer on you, the shampoo and all that. So it gets
Okay.
inside your skin.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So in that situation, when you put cold water, what happens to it? It closes
The
because it's
pores,
cold. Everything
preventing any.
closes.
Okay.
You put, yeah, so you put the shampoo and all that, nothing gets under your skin. Everything stays outside. Water, everything goes outside. So two things. You make a really blood cycle inside your system and your heart will love it. And guess
Yeah.
what? When you open cold water right away, okay, really cold, you go like, so you're not just breathing, so you're using all your lungs. You know,
Yeah.
there is three parts in your lungs that we use. Top one, everybody uses. Bottom line, middle one, that's for when you exercise, when you run, and all the way down when you're like running, then you use all your lungs is working.
Interesting. I did
So
not
when
know
you
this.
open cold water, your lungs are healthy, Your blood is running in your system. And guess what? When it's cold outside, you open the shower door and you start wiping your ass. You're not cold. You're not
You're right. As
cold.
soon as you get out, yeah, it's true.
Actually, actually, you feel hot. You feel
Yeah.
warm. Just to be
It
honest.
works the opposite. Now, I've looked into this actually, and there's a thing called you should probably invest in one of these, but it's called a cold plunge. So a lot of athletes and a lot of you see a lot of fit individuals. They do this. So what they do is as soon as they wake up in the morning, right? They hop in this thing that's called a cold plunge, and it's there's multiple ones. You know, some of them it's like a bucket, some of them is whatever the case may be, and you hop into it for like 2-3 minutes, get the blood moving as soon as you wake up in the morning. They get the blood moving, and some individuals, to your point, what they do is they have a sauna. So, of course, not the rich individuals. So they hop in a sauna, okay, and as soon as they get out of the sauna, they hop right into the cold plunge.
Yeah. Hot,
And
cold, cold,
and
hot.
to your
Yes.
point, they do mention that this is not only it's good for like muscle recovery, it's good for like you said, blood flow
Inflation in your
and
system. Yeah.
inflammation, right, and all that good stuff.
Inflammation.
So
Yes.
so I guess if you can't afford a cold plunge, use FA's shower technique. And honestly, I would argue it's not exactly the same, I'm sure, but it's pretty fucking cold. Like if you take a shower with cold water, it's not pleasant. And so
I love it.
but have you been
And my
doing this?
son, my oldest, Azam, we're doing it every single day. Nothing but hot, cold water. And I'll tell you what, if you think we're under the shower for 10 seconds and we're just speeding up the process to walk outside, you're wrong.
Just a typical shower.
You just enjoy it. You just
You know,
enjoy the cold water.
I'm gonna give it a shot and see what's up with that.
Just
It's
do
it,
it. You got nothing to lose.
yeah, for sure.
And make sure it's super cold and you're gonna be like like you'll know like and
I don't know.
actually
I don't. I'm gonna build my
good for your
tolerance up.
hair, good for
Yeah.
your hair, good for your skin. Like it's a lot of benefits. Why not do it?
Fun
Why?
fact.
Because I just
Did you?
wanna just okay, here's the thing. Just imagine
Okay.
that you do not have hot water. Your water heater
Fair enough.
broke.
Fair enough.
Your water heater broke and you gotta call. Well, I fixed it myself, but y'all probably, since y'all have a lot of money, then you're gonna call someone to fix it for you, right?
Yes.
So I don't mean to say that, but
No,
you know,
no,
I was
no, no,
just joking.
dude. Who
Yeah,
cares? Yeah, it's fine. It's funny.
yeah. So
Yeah.
y'all gonna hire someone to fix it and to call, make a phone call. They gotta come and take a look. They gotta change it. It's gotta take a week at least, unless you know someone. Then they'll probably change it in 2 days. And you
So
shower
to your
every
point,
day.
just pretend, just put it in your and
Just pretend it, dude. Pretending it's not there. It's a strong weapon in
yeah,
anything.
yeah,
Like even a smoker. Like I don't have cigarettes. Toss it and put it somewhere. Tell your wife to hide it. You don't have it.
yeah. This
Your
is the
system will
uh-huh.
build something inside. Will convince you that it's okay not to have it. It's like Coke or Red Bull or anything. As long as it's in the fridge, you gotta open it, drink it.
That's
But
true.
when it's not in the fridge, you're not gonna drink it.
Yeah, because
Okay,
what are
we
you gonna
used
say?
to buy
I'm not
like
gonna.
bunch. Yeah, we used to buy like bunch of Pepsis and Coke, whatever, put in the fridge. And no matter how we tell our kids when they were younger, like this is bad, they
Yeah,
still open it, right?
yeah.
They still open it when they're playing outside. Just open the fridge and drink it. So I tell my wife, don't buy it.
Simple.
Fuck it. It's not there. So
And
when they open the fridge, the only option is water. And and they're not gonna walk inside and convince you to go to Kroger. Uh, it's called Ralph in California. Here it's called Kroger to buy
yeah.
a soda. Just like
Mhm.
okay, their mind it's convinced I don't have it. Water is the only option.
That's the only
Your
option.
mind
Yeah.
will be like, "There's no. What are you gonna do? Boil water on the stove and take it to the shower like the old-fashioned way? Really? Are you willing to do all this work so you could shower in hot water? Just shower in cold water. You love it.
I
You'll
mean,
love it. You'll be dancing for your first time. You'll be dancing inside the shower. I'll tell you that. You'll be dancing because it's too cool. You'll be doing this, but
Fa, Fa,
but
hold on.
it's
Hold on.
good for you.
But Fa, hold on before you're dude, you're lagging hard. Okay, sorry again, but we had some more technical difficulties. I guess this is the process of being a new person to this shit or whatever you want to call it. Uh, but we are back, and I think we've had everyone hear enough about showers, Fa. So
I guess, yeah.
let's move on off that topic.
If I was hearing some episodes, people talking about shower, probably I'll be jumping in the shower right now. That's enough shower. So let's
What?
move on. Yeah, I don't want to talk
Okay,
about shower anymore. I don't know why we
okay,
keep
enough
bringing back the
showers.
shower.
Okay, anyway, moving on.
So any
Yeah.
plan for the weekends?
I mean, shit, I don't know. My life consists of studying, doing this podcast, editing clips, and I mean, I don't have many hobbies. I'm a very introverted person. I stick at home a lot. So it's interesting to see that I agreed to doing this with you. Fun fact, I actually did have a YouTube channel in the past, but I kind of gave up on it. When I was, I would say around 18, 16. I kind of wish I kept going. I used to average a decent amount of views actually, about like
Yeah, you did good. You did
100 views a
good.
video. But that bitch was hard. I ain't gonna lie. But now, different mindset, different person. We're in a different state of mind with a lot more tools in our pocket as I've gotten older. So I enjoy this, and so it's beautiful to see that you could still chase after that and follow that dream. That I guess if you want to call it a dream, like we said before, we do this for fun. We enjoy it, and but yeah. Anyway, but besides that, I do trade in like the stock market. If anyone is interested in the stock market, I am not the person to give you advice. I've lost a shit ton of money. Uh, I was good at it for a while.
Probably you're the person. If you lost a
Yeah.
lot, then you're the
So
person to talk
yeah.
to.
So actually, yeah, I will bring this up a bit. So I did trade in the stock market a lot. I did used to make a lot of money. For anyone listening, I used to average, I would say, about like $1,000 a day. I used to day trade, for anyone who knows stocks. So basically, what that is, for anyone who doesn't know, is that I used to wake up 6 a.m. because in California, that's the time the stock market opens. And if anyone doesn't know, in New York, that is the time that everyone follows. That is the time that everyone goes by. And in New York, the stock market opens at 9:30. So with that being
Easter
said,
time. Yeah.
Eastern time, correct. So wake up at 6, get everything set up, get to go, and I would trade. stocks basically on a daily basis, and for a short period of time. I used to make, I would say like $1,000. I would average it in about 15, 20 minutes. But if I do have advice, do not get fucking greedy. I got greedy without a doubt. I thought I was fucking good. I thought I knew what I was doing. And I started to reach for like higher numbers. I started to tell myself, like, hey, I'm gonna make 2,000. I did make 2,000. I remember when I made like, I think I made $2,200 dollars, the most money I made in a day. And then I started to lose big time. I would lose shit. Like I remember one day, I think I'm not even kidding. I lost like $5,000 in one day, which is such a
Whoa.
crazy number to think about. But in the moment, I think I just kind of thought, yeah, I kind of got in my own head, you know. And so if I do have advice for you, understand that, dude, shit, that's a lot of money. And we go back to perspective, which we mentioned a little bit earlier. Um, People who work, let's just say, like me myself, being an individual who's studying right now and trying to hopefully one day, become a doctor, which is my goal. But in doing so, uh I realized that, hey, like I could pick up new talents, I could learn new things and do things, and at the same time. And when I picked up on the when I learned the stock market, uh i I didn't have a good understanding of money. I'll say that. um I think of it like
That's a
this:
big problem.
a person in my shoes, right, without a degree yet, okay, the best I can probably do is find myself a good minimum wage job, right? And in California, minimum wage is about $16. So let's say after taxes, you're looking at, I don't know, probably 14, $15 an hour. So if you do the math, like you're talking, you're gonna have to, and I've done this before actually, you're gonna have to work like 80 hours a week to make about 5,000 a month, maybe a little bit under that. And so think of me making $1,000 in a day, which is insane. I remember my craziest week. I made like on Wednesday, I made like 1,500. Thursday, I made 1,500. Friday, I made 1,500. I mean, so basically, I made $4,500 in 3 fucking days. What people
Wow.
make in a month working hours, I made in, I would, I would say an average of 45 minutes overall.
You're sitting
Um,
home,
Sitting at home on
laying
my
down in
fucking
bed.
on my
Yeah.
laptop. Now, it did take me time to learn everything and all that. But interestingly, the next week, on the day I decided to go crazy, I literally lost $5,000 in one day. So to think, and I will be honest, that built a lot of like weakness in my mind. And before you know it, I lost even more and more. And I stopped myself. I'll be real. And it was crazy when now I'm kind of going back at it, but with a different approach. I'm taking what I learned from my first attempt, and I'm going back at it.
Well,
A much slower pace. Sure, go ahead.
my advice, don't even go back to it.
Look. I'll tell you this.
It's gambling.
No, no,
You
no.
gotta lose
So
all your money all of a sudden.
it's not. It's
I
not. I'll
wouldn't
explain.
put
I'll
a
explain.
penny in stocks.
I'll explain this.
I
No,
wouldn't.
I have a different perspective on this than you.
Well,
And
make $500 and close your computer
this is
and
my point. So my brother, who actually
what
explained
did
this very well to me, he said, it's interesting that you look at it in that way. Like, for example, if even if you make $200 in a day, right? That's like people don't make that in a day. If you're gonna
right.
work, excuse me, if you're gonna work again, if you're gonna work a 10-hour shift, getting $15 an hour, that's $150 in a day. I make $200 in like 30 minutes.
But my
So
question to you
sure,
is
go ahead.
this $200 guaranteed to win it every day?
If you're good enough, it's not the most
But
consistent thing in the world. I can't lie to you.
yeah, but the thing is,
But
if it is guaranteed, yeah, go for it. But it's not. Maybe you'll open your
well,
computer, you buy
would you
something, then
argue?
all of
Would
a sudden
see?
it drops right away.
Wouldn't you argue that nothing is guaranteed in life? You could take any leap of faith, any decision, and say, I could go to school right now, go fucking as I am, go study to be a doctor. What if I end up in medical school? Something, God forbid, happens to me, and I have a fucking $250,000 in debt. How am I gonna pay it?
Yeah, I
Anything in
know.
life,
Or you
you know,
give your patient the wrong prescriptions, you're
boom,
done.
game
Yeah,
over.
I
And
know,
so
I know.
So
But
and now again, some people might argue, well, what's the probability of that happening? Aren't you more likely to lose your money, for example, in the stock market, than, for example, if following your goal of becoming a doctor? Now, yeah, I agree with you. But in life in general, if you're not going to take that risk, you're not going to make it, bro. It's not going to happen. You must, as an individual, understand that you have to take that leap of faith. But the thing is, when you do take that leap of faith, is you don't stop. You have to take a decision and commit. I think, as we mentioned earlier, we have too many options, right? Not just in terms of our options of drinks, our options of food, but also our options of what we can do now. And I think this drives people into so many different directions. It's almost like being at a fork in the road, and you have to either go right or you have to go left. And I think what's happening too much now is that we keep going right. Someone will take, now there's not just right and left. There's fucking like 10 different directions you can go in: north, northeast, northwest, boom, 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 boom.
Right.
And this has, I would say, affected society as a whole. This has affected like people's commitment to things, people's goals, people's motivations, people's drives. And with everything being so, we also expect success to come in that way. But that's probably, in my mind, the one thing that hasn't changed through time. That if you want to succeed, you're gonna have to put in the work. And today, I was telling you, as we started it with this is like, I would say I had a moment where I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like I had a moment of weakness where I was like, yo, is this gonna work out for me and you? Are we gonna this? Are we gonna that? And I said, bro, isn't the reason why I'm doing this because we enjoy it, because we sit here and we have fun to have have these conversations?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, and that's what it is. So to me, it's about perspective. It's as long as you're able to adjust the way you look at certain things, you are without a doubt going to find success in whatever you do. Don't, and also another thing, when you're young, don't fucking let anyone tell your ass, uh, oh, that's unrealistic, or that's, and again, like, don't fucking listen, bro. Like, do, especially if it's something that you enjoy and you want to do. And again, like I said, uh, don't be like, I'm gonna lift fucking 5, 10 cars above each other and lift them with, like, that's just doesn't has there's no mental
Right.
yeah,
Right.
that's just dumb. But what I'm saying is like, uh we see Amazon, we see all these huge people. Did you think that they would get to where they were gonna get? There's no way. But if they had that, if you're gonna give up right away and give in to your inner voice in your head or the voices of other people, no, you cannot get anywhere.
Yeah. Don't let people control your thinking. I mean,
Yeah,
you see it differently. It's like Muhammad Ali when he wanted to fight someone. I forgot the
yeah.
dude. It was like it was famous, he had champion, and everybody around Muhammad Ali was advising him, "Don't do it, don't do it."
Was it
And he goes
because
like, "Oh,
they thought he was gonna lose?
yes." And he goes like, "I'm all the way up here, y'all all the way down here.
Damn,
So I see,
damn.
I see
I'm seeing things
my
y'all can't
vision
fucking see. My vision is,
exactly. So
yeah,
I'm gonna do it." And he did it, and he won.
damn.
Even everyone. So if he would have listened to them, his life will be completely different.
Think about that. That's wild.
Yeah,
If he had
yeah.
just gave in to those voices, gave in to those
He
even his.
didn't. That's why people like that, history will remember him forever because strong mind, it's a good thing.
So,
It's
and
definitely a good thing.
oh, 100%. Your mental strength, I would say, is
Yeah.
number one.
So here's I have a question for you. So let's say if you win $250
Yeah,
and you pause it, you said this is it, I'm selling it. I'm gonna be out.
right.
And half an hour later you're looking at it
I
and
wouldn't.
oh
I wouldn't.
and
My rule. See, that's what I'm saying. See,
oh, in the morning you open it up and be like, oh my God, if I stayed, I would have made $20,000.
that's what started to happen to me when I started losing more money, because I always say, what if, what if, what if. One of my closest friends said, and he says this quote, and I don't recall if I said this before on the podcast, but he says, "What if we lived in a," yeah, I think I did say it. What if we lived in a world of ifs? But this could be your first time tuning in, so, and that's the thing, like, don't, and then, but also it's like, what if you do it? What if you succeed? And so, uh, we we uh we have this well, I had this problem where I kind of got in my own head, and I sat there and I said, oh, okay, I'm gonna do this. Oh, damn, bro, had I done it? And many times, like, fuck, bro, I would have made like 5 racks if I stayed. A 5 rack. So what happened to me is like, okay, I'll just stay. I'll just stay.
That's
I'll wait.
that's
I'll
what
wait. I'll
killed
wait.
you.
And then it fucked me.
That was
100%. But the point is, this is my
that
point. Is
was
like,
the poison right there.
I realize that. I realize that. But speaking about this, since I'm still young, I will consider that as a moment of failure for me, a moment where I did not find success. But in my failure, I learned. A lot of people say there's on this topic. I would like to ask a question. There's two types of people. There's the people who say, "Oh, I want to live my life when I'm young," right? And so that way, when I'm old and I got responsibilities and shit, I don't have to what's it called? I don't like that's okay. I'll deal with the responsibilities later. I don't want to deal with them now, right? But when you're but some people argue no, if you're gonna like take risks in life and you're gonna whatever, like you should not be focused on fucking around and enjoying your life. You should be saying, hey, let me go and attempt something, let me go and do something. For example, with me, where I, yes, even though I'm going to school, I still attempted the stock market. Yes, I lost money, but I learned from that. And the point is, I'm still young, I could make it up. Rather than if I was old and had I made that decision when I was 50 and I said, all right, bro, like like I'm just gonna get in the stock market and I lose that money. Now there's more repercussions, there's more consequence to that decision. What's your take on that? Would you say work hard when you're younger, enjoy your life later, or would you say uh, enjoy your life younger and work hard later?
Uh, I would say enjoy your life and work later because nothing is guaranteed.
Enjoy
But
your
hold
life
on.
when you're young, you mean first, and then
Yes, yes.
okay,
But I don't, okay, hold on. By what I mean by enjoy your life, I don't mean go hit the bar every night
okay,
and stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning and don't give a
okay,
fuck about life. No, no,
okay,
no, no, no.
right.
Enjoy your life, meaning enjoy it responsibly. Like, it can be responsible. Like, spend time with the family. Uh, do your exercise, stay on your health because this is gonna fucking help you a lot when you grow up. A lot, a lot. Mentally, physically, everything. Enjoy your life this way. In work, don't overwork yourself because when you start working, well, because when you start overworking and making a lot of money, and your mind set up like I gotta go work. I'm doing 18 hours a day. You're destroying yourself. You gotta all that extra money you're making, you're gonna put it on yourself when you grow up on pills that all medication. So my in my personal opinion, enjoy your life, enjoy it, work, make money, pay off your house. I'm all with that, but I would definitely
Well,
enjoy your
what do
life
you say to those people
because
who
we all
define
might
who
die
def
tomorrow. So what's the
so
fucking point?
so here's the thing. You're right. You might die tomorrow.
Yeah, but if I
But
don't, you think when I'm 60, I'm gonna be poor? I'm gonna have to work till I'm 75? Who's not working till 75 anyway these days? For real. Life is
I
getting
mean,
tougher.
so
Like,
uh, I mean, look, Muhammad Ali, speaking of him, since you discussed him, he has a quote. He says, I might be paraphrasing a little bit here, but he says, work hard now so you can live the rest of your life as a champion. So his whole thing was like, dude, like fucking work your ass off now. Then later on in life, you'll live it. You'll get to enjoy your life. You'll get to go wherever you want to go. You'll get to visit wherever you want to visit. But
okay,
if
hold
you
on.
take, so what do you, so hold on,
That
before we
is
get there,
correct.
what do you
If
say? What do you say to those
if
people
I was
who,
single,
okay,
I'll work my ass off. Sorry, I'm mixing shit because like I'm
so
comparing my
clarify,
life like
go into
married,
details.
kids.
Right.
Yeah. But if I'm 19 years old and I don't want to go to college anymore, and like I just want to work. Yeah, work your ass off, save money, buy a home at an early age, pay it off, like do everything that you can. Don't put money on credit card. Just buy what you need and work hard. Yes. But when I said enjoy your life, meaning like when you have a wife and kids, you want to spend time with your wife and
Well,
kids,
what do you?
stuff
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
You're
Yeah,
okay, but that wasn't my question. My question to you was when it comes down to your early life, when you're young,
yeah,
that's what I
work
meant.
hard,
So
work hard.
just grind it
Oh
out and
yeah,
go.
oh yeah.
So, but then what do you say to the people who say, "Well, nah, bro, like you said, life tomorrow might not be guaranteed. Tomorrow might not be guaranteed. I want to
You're
go.
freaking young.
I want to go
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You come home to the house is all
club,
empty.
smoke some weed, get drunk. What do you say to those? Like, what do you
You
say to
can do
that?
this probably once a week. Why do you want to do it every day? Just take a day off.
Yeah.
Just take Sunday off. Saturday night, it's your night. Why do you want to be drunk every day? Why do you want to be all fucked up
Or
every morning?
partying or out there all the time.
Why?
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Why?
It's. I would say this. A lot of a majority of the population falls down this path of not grinding out their life early on, and they don't realize it until something hits them later on in life. And
Yes, and I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
okay,
In a way, like I didn't go clubbing much. I didn't. my first drink when I was like 20, when I moved to Texas, 28 years old.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's
So
crazy. Hmm.
yeah. I didn't drink. I didn't smoke. Like I didn't smoke hookah. I didn't smoke cigarette. I was all against it because my dad
Yeah.
died in cancer.
Right. May rest
Okay.
in
So
peace.
I
Hmm.
was always against it. So I started smoking hookah. My sister moved to Texas. So she started, she was like a smoker and still, I
Well,
guess.
hookah's a part of our that shit is like, I mean, I don't know, but anyway, continue.
Well, I still, well, hey,
Still wrong. Still
actually,
wrong. Yeah.
it's been almost 2 months right now. I didn't touch hookah.
Yeah, me too. I haven't gone near it in a minute.
Zero. And I'll tell you what, I run better.
Yep.
Hey, I'm not even a smoker. I smoke hookah like probably 3 times a week, sometimes just on the weekend, and sometimes like it's not like when we go on vacation, we don't take it with us. So it's like we're addicted to it, right?
Yeah.
And when people come to our house, that's when we smoke it.
Anyway,
And I
go back,
feel better. Okay, go back to the,
go back to what you were
where was
saying.
I?
You were saying that early on you
Yeah,
didn't smoke
it
until
it
yeah.
did it did it
Hmm.
did affect my life, yes,
Yeah.
because the atmosphere I was in, the family and all that. When I got married, I had nothing, like zero. So I was working like a dog for
That's
like a
wild.
good, yeah, yeah, zero, like zero,
Like
like
nothing
zero,
flat when you
like
so
43
so what do
bucks.
you advise? See, this is what I find
Yeah, but
insane.
I
A
didn't know
lot
this was gonna happen to
speaking
me.
speak
Like I didn't know this was going to happen to me. So I advise every single dude, work your ass, work it, work it, work it. Don't be like, oh, I need take a day off. Yes, take one day off a week. That's all you need. Do 16 hours. Save your damn money. Don't buy fancy shit that you don't fucking need. Don't buy a car that you can afford.
I'll say this. I used to think the opposite of what you're saying now. But within these last 2 years of my life, where I've kind of picked up more and more responsibilities, when I've now said, hey, like I'm gonna get engaged to, like obviously I thought about that, but I've been thinking about that for a minute. But that allowed me to be like, yo, whoa, like, bro, your little spendings here and there, like you think that shit adds up. Like our generation is a lot of, I can guarantee you they ate a lot more junk food than your time. And these foods like what? And now we got like a bunch of money wasted on food, on fucking video games, like
Yeah.
crazy shit. You're expensive,
That's
like
what I was trying to tell my kid. Three
yeah.
bucks here, $5 there, $6 there. The
Shit
shit
adds up.
adds up,
Yeah,
man.
100%. a hundred
They do
percent.
add up. Don't waste your money on anything that you don't need. Trust me. When you're young, save it, save it, save it, or just don't save it. Just buy a house. You know what's so funny? A lot of people, they buy a house. That's an advice, and I felt it. I've done it, and I'll just say it now, and just correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of people buy a house, right? So let's say their payment's $1,200.
Okay.
Well, I know way more in California, but
that's
let's
that's
say
um, that
$1,200.
yeah, that's impossible. But yeah, anyway,
Yeah,
continue.
well, it's impossible here too right now. Trust me,
Yeah, for
everything
sure.
went up.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah,
went up.
100%.
So yeah, you can. You're lucky. Like if I want to buy a house, 4 bedroom, 2,200 square feet, my payment is like 3,500.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good.
you can't really, you can't find a house less than 400, 450 right here right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Everything went up. That's crazy. So let's say your house payment is $1,200, right? So
Hmm.
people pay $1,200 and they open a saving account and they put $500 in it monthly. Oh, this is for our saving. This is for our saving. In the end, like in 10 years, 500, okay, time 500 times 12,
600, 500 times, so 6,000.
6,000, 6 times 10 years,
60.
$60,000, right? Yeah, we have $60,000. But listen to this. If you put that $500 extra payment toward your house monthly instead of putting your saving account,
Yeah.
you would have saved at least $200,000.
That's crazy. See,
Interest rate,
little things like this.
interest rate,
I think
pay it
America,
off. This is your saving.
yeah.
Like that's what I started doing. So I was like, fuck it. Why should I have closed my saving? I don't even have saving. All the money just put it toward my house payment. Just, or you buy a car, your credit maybe it's not that good. They F you is 8%, right?
Okay, yeah.
Instead, why do you want to have a saving? Just pay it off. You gotta make way more. How much the bank's gonna give you on 6 grand a year? How much? five
Interest?
bucks.
What do you mean? Not even. They give you like 0.01% or
That's
some
what
shit
I'm
like
saying.
that. Yeah.
$10, $5, not even. You're right. So put that money toward your extra payment, and you'll be saving. I wanted to go just just to try it. I want to get a loan, right? On $150,000, 4% interest rate. That's
Okay.
low. Whoa.
Yeah. Right
And
now,
I want to
especially.
pay
Yeah.
it, and I want to pay it back in 10 years.
Okay.
Do you know how much interest I will be paying on
Uh,
150,000? 55,000.
yeah. That's crazy. Okay. So what's your point with this though?
So my point, 50,000 plus there is closing cost and shit, $5,000. So
Whatever. Okay.
$55,000 interest is that saving your money in the bank and sleep on it. Pay it. Pay your house off. Pay your credit card debts that they're killing you.
Money, if used properly, if used correctly, is such a useful tool. If
Uh,
managed properly, I think
yes.
a lot of our country is very uneducated on
Yes.
how things function. I think that's why a lot of people
Yes.
end up staying poor. For example, this little piece of advice that you just gave, I know I've been told many times, like because you have your principal and your interest and stuff. So a lot of people don't look at things that way. They think, oh, like let me save. I have the money in my pocket. It's like, no, bro, but you're also, as you mentioned, you're saving an extra $140,000 that you were gonna pay anyway, right? You've
Yeah.
saved it now just because you've decided instead of putting that in your pocket. And and this is my thing, educate yourself.
Yeah.
People should educate themselves. Take your time, listen to people's advices. At a young age, I was and it's so weird. As I've gotten older, I realize it's easier to listen. It's much easier to look at like life will test you enough and it'll show you like, hey dude, you should have fucking listened to him. This dude or whatever, this individual knew what they knew what they were telling you. Don't think you know it all, right? Sometimes always take that advice. There's multiple types of people in this world. There's the one, I don't know how many, it's two or three I think, but there's people who learn from their mistakes, right? There's people who learn from who, and that's good that you're learning. There's three types of people. I'm sorry. So there's people that learn from their mistakes, which is good. It's a beautiful thing that you make a mistake and you're able to learn from. There's people who don't learn from their mistakes, and the most intelligent one is the people that learn from the mistake of others. And a lot of people, I don't they don't get that. They think, okay, I know, I got it, and don't
Yeah, of
worry,
course.
and
They
blah
know
blah
better.
blah.
They know better.
Like
You
me,
know,
go ahead, go ahead.
I've seen families that I know, a lot of families here, a lot of family. They make $6,000 a month, okay, after tax. They're living better life and fancier life. They take 2 vacations a year. They manage their money. They drive better car than people like family next door. They're making $10,000 a month.
Interesting. That is very interesting. And
I've seen it in my own eyes.
wow.
I've seen people just
Yeah,
sitting down talking, and I've seen their paychecks. They're making $4,000 more a month,
and they're still living a
but the
more.
$6,000 family living a better life than the ten thousand
Wow.
dollar family. Why? Overspending.
Yep.
These family, they're paying at least $3,000 on interest between home, cars, credit cards, and
Stupid shit you don't
yeah,
need,
and
shit that
probably
doesn't
another
matter,
thousand
bro.
dollar. I want this. I want this. Yeah, I'll return it. They it stays in their house. They trash it. They people right now who saying, "Oh, I'm broke." They can open their closet. There's a lot of shit on. There's a lot of apps. You
Yeah.
can sell shit.
Yeah.
You can make money. Uh, 3 years ago, when I did remodeling, probably a little bit more than that. Probably I did remodel my house a little bit. Okay, I put an offer up, shit that was sitting in my closet and in my attic. I made $3,000. three
Damn. That's a lot of
thousand
money.
dollar stuff is just sitting that I never used for a year or two.
Hey, that's wild.
You'll
That
be amazed how many people will text you, say like, "Hey, this is still available." Like, really? People want to buy this? Like, like how much? $20. How about 15? Sure.
and
And
but it adds up. And that's the thing. It's like
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
and the point is like when there's a will, there's a way. If there's an
Yeah,
opportunity present, and if you're committed enough, you're gonna get shit done. You're gonna find ways to
yeah.
make money. You're gonna build, and that's why I say, if you're poor in America, in my mind, it's 100% on you. It's a
It's no
thousand
shame,
percent.
dude.
Yeah,
It's no
and
shame.
again, I don't mean again. Yeah, I don't. What I'm trying to say is like, I'm not saying if you're poor, there's something wrong with that. No, but what I'm telling you is that you can get yourself in a different, you can put yourself in a different position. Don't sit there and give yourself a fucking excuse. We live in a different time, a different world. And yes, shit is more expensive, as Fa is mentioning. And yes, all that is the case. But if you're gonna sit there and again look at that from a perspective of fuck, bro, life's expensive, man. I can't afford shit. Da, da, da. Well, then yeah, of course you're gonna stick. You're gonna
There's
stay.
always a way.
Yeah.
There's always a way.
Yep. Yep. 100
There's
percent.
always a way. I mean, there's always you could sell a lot of shit around the house that you don't need. You know, your kids grows older, all the stroller that you've used, the car seat, you'll be surprised.
And a
People
lot of people
instead
just
going
they
to
toss
Walmart
shit. Yeah.
spending $80 on a new one, they'll buy one from you for
Yeah.
20
Exactly.
bucks.
And that's the smart
Just
person in my
keep,
mind.
of
Still
course,
fresh,
keep it
brand
in
new,
good
still
shape.
fresh.
Yeah, yeah, it has to be like in good shape, okay shape, I would
Obviously,
say.
obviously, yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things just instead tossing in the trash.
Yeah.
And I'll give a people piece of advice when I use the offer up. Okay, I've never probably I did it once or twice, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like usually I'll be like, yeah, what's your address? So they come to the house, right? And I sell it. Like I usually wait for them outside. Oh no 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 no! Hold on hold on
I
hold on.
agree
That's a
with you,
piece
but
of advice.
I agree with you, but you're such a dad. But go ahead, go ahead. Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, of
Yeah.
course, of course. Don't matter even if you are or you're not. Even if
Yeah,
you're a
yeah,
young
yeah.
guy, even if you live alone, you just people are weird these days. So just meet them. I meet them at Kroger, which is like half a mile away from me.
Yeah, meet them in the shop, like
They don't
a
fucking know
public
where I
place. Yeah.
live. They don't know my cell phone
Well,
number. It's on the app.
okay. Well, I don't know if you guys do you guys have Craigslist? We have Craigslist in California. It's like the
Yeah,
most
yeah, yeah,
popular.
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys, you have it in Texas? Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
shit,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I haven't used it
it's
in
a
a
big
while.
thing.
Oh, so it's a universal.
Just don't give. I mean, it's easy for them to easy to find
No,
your
that's not what I
address these
mean. But
days.
what I'm trying to say is like many people got robbed on Craigslist just because of the way they set things up and shit. There was a story about this guy who lost like a McLaren or a Lambo or some shit. I was like, or I don't know. I don't think it was a McLaren. I think it was a car though. And this dude, they just robbed him at gunpoint. This dude went into this empty ass fucking lot and shit. And they took his shit. And it's like, what are you gonna do? Like that's on you, kind of in my mind. But
Yeah.
still, but still.
So a lot of things goes on, man. A lot of crazy shit. So just manage your money. That's a big advice. Know how to spend your money.
One thing I've noticed too, like on social media, you see a lot of like motivational shit, a lot of things
Man,
but hold on though. Why are you so against it? I disagree with you. Like I really think sometimes if you listen to this shit and you take it for what it is and don't just sit there and just okay, like on TikTok, I have like I don't even God knows how much shit I have saved and bookmarked. I
of
haven't
course.
gone back to like any of them.
Ali,
So in a way,
let me explain this to you.
okay, go ahead, go ahead.
All this is just a stupid fucking excuse that I'm gonna be a better person.
What like when
Okay.
you listen to
Oh,
this
this is
motivational?
saved. It's in my book, whatever it's called, on TikTok. If it's
I
not in you,
yep, yeah,
if you're
okay, fair.
not you
I can't disagree
if
with
you're
this.
not willing to wake up every day at 5 o'clock in the morning, get your ass out of bed. If you have to wake up at 6, you can go to work, wake up at 5, go to your things, exercise light. I don't give a fuck if you're 200 pounds. Do your things, eat healthy, go to work, come back. Nothing will on TikTok, YouTube, anything. You
Yeah,
just
it's got to be in
yeah,
you.
yeah, I like this. Lean me forward. That's all you do. You go to sleep. You wake up in the morning. You forget about it.
Yeah,
It's just
they
a memory in your head.
they always say the greatest
It has
ideas
to
and
be in you.
yeah,
It has to be
yeah,
in you.
fair enough,
If
fair
you're
enough.
not if you're not willing to do it, even if you don't have to be TikTok. It doesn't have to. If even I bring the dude to your house and he'll sit down and explain to you
The one giving
how
the speech, yeah,
how better you have to be in life, you get all excited. But you go to sleep, you go up in the morning. I still have another hour.
yeah.
You hit snooze, you hit snooze,
It's
you
got
hit
to come from
snooze.
you. It's got to come from
I'll
you.
tell you that, though. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you up, but
No,
it
no, no.
has to be in you. If it's not
I
in you,
agree. I agree. I agree. You know, like
uh,
when I look back at it, I always tell my, but this is my point is like, I say it's nice and shit for the moment, but that's what like,
it is.
but then hold on, but then hold on. What did
I
I
listen
tell
to
you?
them
What did
too.
I tell you?
I go
What did
through
I,
TikTok and I
hold on,
like
hold on,
shit
hold
and I
on.
keep it, but I
Oh, that's my
mean,
point. What did I
what
tell
does
you?
it do
It's
to
like you
me?
keep it, but then how often do you go back and look at it? There's so much content. It's
It
just like you say fuck it. And
doesn't do
sometimes
anything
you'll
to
remember
me.
something. It's so funny. Sometimes I'll remember. I'm like, oh, okay, I have it saved. Let me go find it. I fucking scroll and scroll and I don't fucking find it. Why? Because God knows where it is. Like it could be literally on the bottom of after 100 saved messages. It's like you come back to after a week after you decided to finally get your motivation to do it. And then when you don't find it, you're like, oh, okay, back to fucking scrolling. And dude, without a doubt, it's a thing that you gotta have. I do agree that you have to have it built within you. If I don't come here and we don't
Don't
sit
be
here,
lazy.
yeah, it's a simple thing. It's a
Don't.
simple thing.
Lazy is a disease.
100%. What
Just
do you?
don't hit snooze.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
fucking hit it. And when you go to bed, you promise yourself, I'm gonna be up 5 o'clock in the morning. Just
Wake the fuck
fucking
up.
do it. Just do it.
Wake the fuck up.
Just do it. And just do it. I know it's gonna be tough. I know it's gonna be hard. Well, nothing is easy, dude.
Yeah, like even right
Nothing
now,
is
can I be
easy.
real? Like just for this last couple minutes, like even I was debating. I said, "Oh, I gotta go for a run today," and and then now before we started recording, in my I was like, "Ah, but fuck it, I'll run tomorrow or some shit." Like that's what I told myself. But I said, that's that if you're gonna listen to that voice in your head all the time, you ain't gonna get anywhere. And now that that's like I'm not even kidding. Like after we have this end this conversation, which we will in a bit, I'm going for that fucking run. I'm making sure I get that run done. And yeah,
Yeah, go do it.
yeah, no,
Go
no
do it.
matter what, without a doubt, without a doubt. And that's what it is. Just you got to push yourself forward in life. No matter the case, no matter the situation, no matter the atmosphere you're in. We appreciate y'all tuning in if you did stick around this far. And yo, I mean, hey, if y'all got any advice, anything you guys like about our shit, if you are listening, anything you don't like, leave a comment. We'd appreciate it. You know, we're growing, we're learning as well with this thing. And we ain't gonna stop. As we said, we're gonna do it, not gonna be lazy about things, being consistent. We're trying to get videos going, like 3 videos a week, I would say, at least. And yeah, but we do appreciate the feedback. Leave us a like, comment, whatever the case may be. And this is Us Being You, episode number 8. And thank you all for tuning in.